What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, a massive fight came to my mind that can help revitalize two careers. Back into that conversation and back into that echelon they once was in not too long ago, just one fight ago. And I believe it's become more of a reality and a possibility than ever before. And that's a showdown between former unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who at one point in time was top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., who now has a record of 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach, right? And his stablemate, a close friend of his, and 3-time junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, who was the former undisputed junior middleweight world champion, in Jermell Charlo, who has 35 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11.5" with a 73.5-inch arm reach. Now, obviously, they have a friendship. They share the same trainer, 2-time trainer year, well-renowned future Hall of Fame trainer Derrick James. And they both from Texas. Now, Errol Spence was born in New York. Jermell Charlo was born in Louisiana, but they claim Texas, and they represent Texas. One from Houston, that being Jermell, Errol Spence from Dallas. This would be an enormous fight at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium, better known as Jerry World. Now, both of them suffered 2 losses back-to-back, a month apart to the day. Errol Spence suffered a loss July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. 2 months apart to the day. July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, against his biggest rival and a guy he's been seeking out to fight for an extremely long time. And that's now undefeated 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, the reigning still unified welterweight world champion, pound-for-pound, #1 best fighter in the world, and Terrence Bud Crawford, who is now 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He dropped Errol Spence in the 2nd round, twice in the 7th, and stopped him in the 9th. This was a fight that was highly anticipated, one of the most anticipated fights in the last decade, and a 50-50 fight on paper if there ever were one, and it turned out not to be that. And Errol Spence now was looking to have the rematch, an immediate rematch, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. And then, so he finally got the fight he was looking for with Terrence Crawford for undisputed. And Jermell Charlo finally got the fight he's been looking for his entire career against 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is the undisputed super middleweight world champion and widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing, in Saul Canelo Alvarez, superstar boxer, who is now 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Crawford is 36 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. It looks like Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are going to fight in September. Oddly enough, Jermell Charlo fought Canelo Alvarez September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, very same arena. And he got dropped in the 7th round, just like Errol Spence did. And he lost a unanimous decision. He refused to engage. Now, the buildup for that fight, Jermell Charlo stated that, "Don't get me on camera breathing heavy like you had Errol Spence on there. You ain't going to have me looking bad like that." And Errol Spence did an interview, and Errol Spence was asked, "We know you're not going to fight Jermell Charlo." He said, "Don't put that on me. I'll fight anybody." I'm a dog, which gives you the indication that he'll fight Jermell Charlo. So they both landed the fight that they wanted for an extensive period of time in their careers. Jermell Charlo wanted Canelo Alvarez since they both was at 154. And Errol Spence wanted Terrence Crawford to fight for undisputed. And he got it. They both got what they was looking for. They just didn't get the results that they was looking for. And they both look bad in their fights, with the fights that they've been clamoring for. Jermell Charlo did not want to engage, and he'd been calling out Canelo Alvarez forever and a day and telling the world how Canelo Alvarez is ducking him and he would beat Canelo Alvarez. And then that's the outing that you put out. And Errol Spence said that he was going to dog walk Terrence Crawford and stop him. And he was the one that got stopped. So there's a cloud right now over both of their careers. And how do they revive that? Can they revive it with other fighters? Slowly. But they can instantly revive their career fighting each other. It would be a huge fight. Huge at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium. It would be enormous at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium. You're going to have Houston, Dallas. They run in the same circle. Now, obviously, Derrick James is going to have to make a choice. But his choice is going to definitely be Errol Spence. That's who he got his recognition from. That's who he started his training career as a professional with. And that's no doubt who he's going to be with. He was with Errol Spence all his time. And then Jermell Charlo reached out to Errol Spence and said, do you mind if I train with your trainer? So there's no doubt who Derrick James is going to go with. And a large portion of Jermell Charlo's training sessions for his fights are spent away from Derrick James, including this Canelo Alvarez fight. It looked like the first month of his training camp was with Guzman and other people and other trainers. So that's not going to be an issue. But you put this fight at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium and on pay-per-view, this fight is going to do at least 600,000 pay-per-view buys. And it's going to sell out AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Ain't no doubt about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It will absolutely sell out. And the winner of this fight, seeing as though Errol Spence is looking to go up to 154, and he said there ain't nobody going to stand in his way of his destiny and becoming the world champion in that weight class. And the only way to do that would have to be to go through Jermell Charlo at that time when he said it. Now we know Jermell Charlo has been stripped of his World Boxing Organization, better known as WBO title, and President Paco out of Puerto Rico. And now Australian superstar title, Australian superstar world champion now. Tim Tszyu is the world champion. He was the mandatory for Jermell Charlo before Jermell Charlo went on 2 divisions up to fight Canelo Alvarez. And they just went ahead and elevated him. So now Jermell Charlo still holds 3 of the belts. Now, Tim Tszyu himself, who's 24 wins, no loss, no draw, 17 wins by way of knockout, he's going to fight Keith Thurman March 30th, former unified welterweight world champion, March 30th. But the fight is not going to be for his WBO title. So win, lose, or draw against Keith Thurman, he'll still be the champion. So that's still a route that Errol Spence can take to become a world champion at 154. But just imagine if he did take that route and he fought Tim Tszyu. And Jermell Charlo has a mandatory for his IBF, and he satisfies that. Imagine Jermell Charlo versus Errol Spence for undisputed at AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Texas on pay-per-view. Imagine Errol Spence beats Tim Tszyu, rectifies, gets his career back on track. Now, he said he was suffering from an eye injury, cataracts that was hindering his vision. He's suffering from broken ribs going into the fight, and he was weight drained. Now this would be, he got the corrective eye surgery. His ribs will be healed, and he won't be weight drained. So imagine him beating Tim Tszyu and then fighting Jermell Charlo. That would be enormous. And Jermell Charlo has a built-in excuse because he went up 2 weight classes from 154 to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez. So the winner of Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence, which we know they know each other, they have been sparring against one another, and it said that Errol Spence was getting the better of him. But guess what? This is under the lights. This would be absolutely enormous, and this is the fight that should be happening, and they should be focusing on, since Errol Spence said that he's willing to do it. And then Jermell Charlo got to the point where saying, listen, if he want to do it and they put in the right money, let's make it happen. Well, the right money will be there for this fight, because there's no doubt about it. It would sell drastically, period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.